Today we are going to see one lemma and some results on Hamiltonian graphs. That is a lemma. Let G be a simple graph. U and V be any two non-adjacent vertices in G such that d of U plus d of V greater than or equal to gamma. Then G is Hamiltonian if and only if G plus UV is Hamiltonian. First of all, we prove let G be a Hamiltonian graph implies G plus UV is Hamiltonian. Let G be a Hamiltonian graph. To prove G plus UV is Hamiltonian. Since U and G plus UV have the same number of that is same vertex set, same number of vertices and same vertices. That is in G and G plus UV, that is adding one edge UV to G, we get G plus UV. The vertex sets are same vertex set. The Hamilton cycle containing all the vertices of G is also the Hamiltonian cycle of G plus UV. Hence, G plus UV is Hamiltonian graph. Conversely, let G plus UV is Hamiltonian. To prove G is Hamiltonian, let us assume that we prove this by contradiction. Let us assume that G is non-Hamiltonian. G is non-Hamiltonian graph. Then by our Jarrac's theorem, by proof of the Jarrac's theorem, we obtain d of U plus d of V less than gamma. But our hypothesis is d of U plus d of V is greater than or equal to gamma, which is a contradiction. Therefore, G is, our assumption G is non-Hamiltonian is wrong. G is Hamiltonian. That is the other part. G plus UV is Hamiltonian. We prove that G is Hamiltonian. Let us assume that G is non-Hamiltonian by proof of the Jarrac's theorem. That is proof of the Jarrac's theorem. The G is a non-Hamiltonian. That is let G be a maximal non-Hamiltonian graph. That is maximal non-Hamiltonian graph means if you add one edge UV to G, then G plus UV is Hamiltonian. That is G plus UV has a Hamiltonian cycle, then G has a Hamiltonian path, and proving the two sets S and we define two sets S and T, and prove S intersection T is empty and S union T is having the number of vertices less than gamma. Then prove d of U plus d of V less than gamma, which is a contradiction. Therefore, G is Hamiltonian graph. In Jarrac's theorems, we have this by that is delta greater than or equal to gamma by 2. The delta greater than or equal to gamma by 2 implies d of U plus d of V less than gamma. But in this lemma, they are directly giving U and V are non-adjacent vertices and d of U plus d of V less greater than or equal to gamma. But we are having d of U plus d of V less than gamma. Therefore, G is Hamiltonian graph. This lemma motivates the definition of closure of G. This lemma motivates the definition of closure of G. That is, it is denoted by C of G. Closure of G, and it is denoted by C of G. That is C of G or closure of G. C of G is obtained from G. Obtained from G by recursively adding or joining the non-adjacent vertices of G, whose degree sum is at least gamma. That is number of vertices in the graph, at least gamma, until no such pair remains. That is, closure of G is obtained from G by recursively joining the non-adjacent vertices of G whose degree sum is at least gamma. Until no such pair exists. Now let us see the example of closure of G. Now consider the graph G, that is V1 and V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. This is our G. From this G, we obtain C of G. That is vertex set C of G and G are same vertex set, and take the given graph. Now V6 and V2 are non-adjacent vertices of G, but their degree sum is 2 plus 2 4. We cannot join this edge V2 and V6. And V2 and V5 are non-adjacent, but V2, the degree of V2 2 and degree of V5 3, that is 2 plus 5 6, which is less than 6. So we cannot join the edge V2 V5. So similarly V6, we cannot join V6 and V3. Now we consider these vertices V3 and V5. These are non-adjacent vertices and their degree sum is equal to 6. Here the number of vertices gamma equal to 6. So we join the edge V3 and V5. Now we join the edge V3 and V5. Now V3 and V5 are joined. Now consider V2 and V5 are non-adjacent, but their degree sum is 4 plus 2, 6. Therefore we join the edge V2, V5. In similar way, V6 and V3 are non-adjacent. Their degree sum is 2 plus 4, 6, and joined the edge V2, V3 and V6. Here the degree sum of V1 is 4 and degree sum of V1 and V4 is 6. Therefore we join the edge 4. Now we consider the vertices V2, V4. They are non-adjacent and their degree sum is 6. We can join V2, V4. Now consider the vertices V6 and V4. They are non-adjacent. Their degree sum is 7, greater than 6. Therefore we can join the edge V4 and V6. Now all the vertices are mutually adjacent. Therefore it is a complete graph, and no two vertices are non-adjacent in this graph. This is the closure of G. That is, this is G and this is a closure of G. So one more example for the closure of G. Consider the graph. Here gamma equal to 5. Here the number of vertices in G is 5. The non-adjacent vertices whose degree sum is greater than or equal to 5 can be joined. Here V1 and V5 are non-adjacent, but their degree sum is 3, which is less than 5. We cannot join here. And non-adjacent vertices of V5 and V3 is 4, but 4 is less than 5. Therefore we cannot join the V3 and V5. And V4 and V1 are non-adjacent, but 3 plus 1 4, which is also less than gamma. Therefore we cannot join V1 and V4. But V2 is already adjacent with all the vertices. So now closure of G is G itself. Now we are going to prove one more lemma, 4.4.2, that is C of G is well defined. C of G is well defined. Now before proving this lemma, we consider one example. Now we construct G1 and G2, that is closure of G. First we consider G1 from G. That is, here the number of vertices gamma equal to 6. Here 3 plus 3, 6. So I have joined this edge. That is E1. And this is 3 plus 3, 6. So I joined the edge E2. Next 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2 is 5, which is less than 6. We cannot join. And 3, and this is 4. 4 plus 2, that is 4. 4 plus 2, 6, that we can join this edge. And 4 plus 3, 7, we can join this edge. E1, E2, E3, this is E4, and 4 plus 2, 6, that is E5, and 4 plus 3, 7, E5, E6. Now these two are joined by an edge E7. So it is G1. Now first here I joined the edge E1. Instead of joining E1, here I take this as E1. We can join this edge first. And second I join this edge E2. And E2, that is 4 plus 2, therefore this is E3. And 2 plus 5 we cannot join, and 3 plus 4, that is 4 plus 3, 7, we can join this E4, and 4 plus 2 we can join this edge E5, and we can join this 3 plus 3, that is P6, E7, 5, that is we got complete graph and finished complete our closure of G. Here G1 and G2 are the same graph, but the sequence of edges we joined is differ. Here first edge E1 joined is this edge. Here first edge I joined this is this edge. So we can join all edges are the same in G1 and G2, but joining in order is different. But lastly we got G1 and G2 are the same closure of G. That is known as C of G is well defined. So let proof of the lemma. Let G1 and G2 are the closure of G. That is G1 is obtained from G by adding or joining non-adjacent vertices of G whose degree sum is at least gamma until no such pairs exist. G2 is also a closure of G obtained from G by recursively joining the edges F1, F2, F3, etc. Fn to prove G1 equal to G2. That is each EI in G1 belongs to G2 and each Fi in G2 belongs to G1. Then C of G is well defined. So without loss of generality we may assume Ek plus 1 equal to UV is an first edge in G1, not in G2. Set heights equal to G plus E1, E2 up to Ek. That is, if we add G1, we know that G1 is G plus E1, E2, etc. Em. So height is a subgraph of G1. And in G1 we have one OH Ek plus 1. If we have Ek plus 1 is an edge of G1, then dH of U plus dH of V always greater than or equal to gamma. Then only we joined U and V, then Ek plus 1 is a G1. H is a subgraph of G1 and G2. Because in A plus 1th stage they only differ. So H is a spanning subgraph of G2. Therefore dG2 of G, degree of U in G2, degree of V in G2 always greater than or equal to gamma. This implies U and V are adjacent in G2, which is a contradiction. Therefore, each A is belongs to G2. Similarly, each Fi belongs to G1. Hence C of G is well defined. That is Ek plus 1 is the first edge in G1 but not in G2. Height is equal to the graph which is ordered by the edges E1, E2, Ek. Then height is a subgraph of this graph, that is G1 is G plus E1, E2 etc. Em. Here few more here in height we add some edges from this set E1, E2 etc. Em, that is E1, E2 etc. Ek. Therefore degree of U in height, degree of V in height is always greater than or equal to gamma. Then only we add Ek plus 1 is in G, in G1. Since height is a spanning subgraph of G2, degree of U in G2 plus degree of V in G2 is always greater than or equal to gamma from this. So which is a contradiction. Since UV is non-adjacent in G, but our choice, that is Ek plus 1 is not in G2, but we have UV is adjacent in G2, which is a contradiction. Since A is therefore each A belongs to G2. Similarly, we prove each Fi belongs to G1. Hence C of G is well defined. Next theorem 4.4. If G is a simple graph, then G is Hamiltonian if and only if C of G is Hamiltonian. G is Hamiltonian if and only if C of G is Hamiltonian. That is, G is a graph, C of G is the graph obtained from G by recursively joining the non-adjacent vertices of G whose degree sum is at least gamma until no such pair exists. Here we take E1 equal to U1 V1 and E2 equal to U2 V2 etc. and EM equal to UM and VM are edges ordered to G by obtaining C of G. Now G is Hamiltonian. That implies by previous lemma G is Hamiltonian, G plus UV is Hamiltonian. Then G plus U1 V1 is V1, that is U1 is Hamiltonian. This implies G plus U1 V1, that is E1. Next, this is the graph, Hamiltonian graph. This is the Hamiltonian graph. We add one more edge E2 is Hamiltonian. G plus E1 plus E2 is Hamiltonian. Then we add one more edge E3 is also Hamiltonian. Proceeding like this, G plus E1, E2 etc. EM is Hamiltonian. That is C of G is Hamiltonian. That is C of G is Hamiltonian. But C of G is Hamiltonian, that is C of G means we add M edges to G, we got C of G, therefore G plus this E1, E2 etc. EM is Hamiltonian. Then G plus E1, E2 etc. EM minus 1 is Hamiltonian. That is G plus UV is Hamiltonian implies G is Hamiltonian. So G plus U1 V1 is Hamiltonian implies G is Hamiltonian.